Previously on the Frozen Tribute series.
So now let's dive into the origin of Frozen. Let's go! What was that?
There is strange magic here.
You're right, Grandpappy. Strange magic going on in here. Anyways, let's start doing what we came here for. So, the origin of Frozen, you ask? It's really quite simple. It began in the late 1937, when the Walt Disney production began exploring possible live-action or animation biographical film of the famous Danish author and poet Hans Christian Andersen. In 1940, Walt Disney, the father of animated films or animated anything himself, suggested a co-production to film producer Samuel Goldwyn, where Goldwyn Studio would shoot live-action sequences of Andersen's life and Disney Studios would make animated films of some of his famous works, his fairy tales, such as The Little Mermaid, Thumbelina, and The Emperor's New Clothes. I hope they didn't make the last one. Or did they? And it was later named The Emperor's New Groove? I don't know. If you do, then please write down in the comments below. Anyways, let's continue. Although Disney have never failed to amaze us by making life-changing animated films, they did struggle turning one of Andersen's fairy tale, The Snow Queen, into an appealing film and creating a story that the modern audiences could relate to. If by now you still don't know the story of the Snow Queen, Hans Christian Andersen's Snow Queen, then I've posted a link in the description below. You can go there and check the story out. Let's continue with our story. Having facing this struggle, the Disney Animation Studio dropped the project of Snow Queen and moved on making some of our most favorite Disney original films throughout the whole period of 1940 to 2010. The reason I said Disney original is because there are a lot of other film studios under the parenthood of Disney like Pixar, Marvel, etc. So let's get this straight. It took the creators at the Disney Studios 17 years to come up with the story of the Snow Queen? That is unbelievable. Well, it certainly is, because throughout the years, a lot of creators pitched stories for the Snow Queen to producers, directors, or directors themselves pitched stories which were, again, not compelling enough for the quote modern audiences, end quote.
It was until 2011 to 2012 that Disney had a concrete story, one that modern audiences could relate to.
Well, I said until 2011 to 12. Actually, another attempt was made in 2008. By who? Here's who. In 2008, American animator, film director, producer, voice actor, and the chief creative officer of the Walt Disney Animation Studios, Pixar, and Disney Toons, John Lasseter did another attempt to create the Snow Queen when he was able to convince director Chris Buck to return to Walt Disney Animation Studios from Sony Pictures Animation. They had co-directed the film Tarzan back in 1999. That September of 2008, Chris Buck pitched a lot of ideas to John Lasseter, one of which was the Snow Queen.
Chris Buck later revealed that his initial inspiration for the Snow Queen was not the Andersen fairy tale itself, but that he wanted, quote, to do something different on the definition of true love, end quote. He later recalled saying, quote, Disney had already done the kissed by a frog thing, so I thought it was time for something new, end quote.
It turned out John Lasseter had been interested in the Snow Queen for a long time.
Back when Pixar was working with Disney on Toy Story in the 1990s, he saw and was blown away by some of the pre-production art from Disney's prior attempts.
With these mutual interests, development began under the name of Anna and the Snow Queen, where Anna is the protagonist and the Snow Queen, Elsa, was the villain. If you already know how many years it took to make Frozen, you must be wondering what is going on. I had known that Frozen was being made from 2011. I didn't know it was being made from 2008. Is My Whole Life a Lie? But guess what? It wasn't made from 2008.
What?
Because by early 2010, the project entered development hell once again, when the studio again failed to find a way to make the story and the Snow Queen character work. But all hope is not lost.
On December 22nd, 2011, following the success of Tangled, Disney announced a new name for the film, Frozen, and a release date of 27th November 2013. Songwriter Kristen Anderson Lopez and Robert Lopez joined the project and started writing songs for Frozen in January 2012. I'm gonna be talking about them in depth later on in the next episodes, when I'm gonna be talking about everyone behind this film. So yeah, stay tuned. And on March 5th, 2012, it was announced that Chris Buck would be directing with director John Lasseter and Peter Del Vecchio would be producing. Now you might be asking, where is Jennifer Lee in the picture? Well, I'm gonna tell you where Jennifer Lee is in the picture in the next episode. Like I said, when I'm gonna talk about everything in detail, but this video was mainly about the origin and how it started, so yeah. This video ends here. Guys, stay tuned for the next video. I'm gonna be uploading it tomorrow or sometimes a little later when I'll be able to film it. So thank you again. Stay tuned. And I love you guys and I love Frozen. And again, happy anniversary of Frozen and Frozen 2. I just love this film. Thanks. See you in the next episode.